Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food. And look, I've got on my summer bathrobe. Who knew? It actually says 59 here. And so I'm very happy that winter could be over. The garden looks beautiful that Greg has done. This is the bulletproof coffee. It never gets better than that. So anyway, I just put in my food and figured it out and made my salad and put that in the fridge. I do have to go out for arugula and watercress and I guess smart water. Yeah, I got to go out and do some errands after my meeting. So I will do this video and then I will, partial smackdown coming, just want to let you know, and then go about my day. Yeah. Are a lot of you bothered by pollen? I was for years and years and years, and now if I am, it's come back in a different kind of way. I use my inhaler, my Symbicort, which is not a rescue one, but I use that about once every few days, and that's about it. I used to be like upside down with my allergy side effects. It was awful. So this is my chronometer. I use it and love it. And it's got, whenever you think that you've figured out every gadget or trick on it, you learn one more. So today I am having 1,394 calories. I am having 30 grams of protein, almost 12 grams of carbs, and 132 grams of fat. And it is something that I'm loving. What am I having today? Well, from the Live Rich and Eat Long book by Dr. Gerber and Ivor Cummins, I took the spices. This is kind of interesting. I took the spices that go in the butter chicken or chicken butter recipe that, so I put those in a dish, all those little Moroccan type of spices, put them in a dish. And then I took an 8-ounce Perdue chicken thigh boneless out of the freezer, chopped that up, put it in a, in my Mathis Stewart, the cast iron enameled cookware, and then added radishes, just cut off the tips, so left the skin, did not peel the red off, radishes, cauliflower crumbles, and some pieces of cauliflower, so it was more like stew-like, organic chicken broth, and the spices. And I cooked it, low and slow in the oven, like a crock pot, but less work cleaning up. And that is my chicken thigh collie radish stew. And it is delicious. And so I put it into my chronometer. And so you can see chicken thigh and collie soup. A full serving is 274 calories. And I'm having a pat of butter in it after it comes out. I am having my four lettuce salad, maybe 5 today with the watercress. And so because I've run out of the baby romaine. And so I'm going to get that. And my bulletproof coffee, my modified bulletproof coffee, and 3 tablespoons of half Evu and half macadamia nut oil on my salad. And that big mug of what I call chicken thigh cauliflower stew. Why make it a funny name? That's the thing that always used to make me crazy about Hungry Girl, was that she always named her recipes. And so when you got one of her books, it's like, well, I don't remember what the name of it was, because it was always something cute and it matched, but like, just put chicken thigh and cauliflower stew. Then I know what's in it. Really? All right, so you can tell I'm on the verge of a smackdown. Anyway. So I've been watching other people's videos, And I see that there is a skip and go lightly look at how to do keto. And it's kind of interesting because I've been doing that, and then I've been listening to Keto Savage and Keto Connect about their deeper state keto. And you know where I land in the deeper state keto. And to me, what they're talking about before they get into the magic of reducing this and adding that is basically non-ketofied foods, non-artificial sweeteners, non-ketofying objects that you make into a sandwich, things like that. And in the videos that I've been watching, I've been seeing how people really treat keto lightly, like it's not a health thing. It's more of like a challenge, not unlike a Weight Watchers food plan that you see with somebody that's a veteran of the food plan, where they start to put together recipes so they can stay within their points. And I've never treated keto like that. I've treated keto like a strict and disciplined, structured food plan with whole foods and high quality fats and the densest veggies I can find. And so the densest low carb veggies that I can find are the baby spinach, the baby romaine, the baby arugula, the watercress, things like that. And it does make a difference in my life. I'm on maintenance. I'm below my original goal where I had a couple of pounds I could play with. And I'm 2 pounds below the low end of that. And it just keeps working. I pretty much eat the same thing week after week. Thank God Greg likes that. You know, it's kind of, if it's Monday, it must be this. If it's Tuesday, it must be that. And it all just works. You know, his is not keto, but so he wants all his sides. But with me, it's always, you know, I do like that Mississippi roast stew that I make. It's the same ingredients as the chicken thigh one. It's just from beef to chicken. And so outside of that, then it's like I have a burger or a pork chop or a tenderloin or a ribeye, and that's how I roll. Or I have a big A salad with hard-boiled eggs and bacon chopped up in it. And so I'm pretty much same old, same old. If you're looking for excitement and a recipe show, wrong channel. This is the channel for, like, if you've gone wonky and watched too many It's Okay to Ketofy, It's Okay to have diet soda, It's Okay to have, you know, even fit in store-bought roll-up type bread, this is not the channel for you. You know, when I see somebody that weighs a certain amount of weight and they can't lose weight, I just want to hug them gently and say, well, it's all those other things. It's or if they're on a plateau or stalled or whatever, it's those things that aren't like, would never ever qualify for single ingredient whole foods. And you know, that's what I'm always leaning towards. I have that stew today, but it's single ingredients that are, you know, put into it and logged, the broth and the chicken thigh and the collie crumbles, and it just works, you know. And I don't strain off the fat like I used to, like a good girl doing low fat, no fat, and it all just works. And so when I see this skip and go lightly, it makes me kind of crazy, because if they're not at maintenance, they shouldn't be doing that. And there was a woman who lost 100 pounds, and she said, I am not going to ketofy a single item until I've lost my 100 pounds and I reach my goal. And, you know, or have a keto dessert or anything like that. And you know, like I was in her camp. Yay, go girl. That's how I feel. And a couple of you here have said over the years that I've been doing this, it's like I got to my goal, and I know I promised myself I could have, quote unquote, something when I got there. And when I got there, I didn't want it. It wasn't something that I felt I wanted or needed anymore. I was, in my case, savory, fat, adapted. And so the only way you could tempt me would be to have a ribeye with a pat of butter on it again in 1 week, that sort of thing. And, like I added the great big steak cut mushrooms to my fillet night that I sauteed in a little bit of butter, 60 grams of them. And, that made a difference and things like that. But I am not being pulled to skip and go lightly. The furthest away from keto that I get is probably LaCroix water, but it's not sweetened with anything. It's just orange flavored. And the rest of my day is high fat, high quality fats, be it in the grass-fed butter or the extra virgin olive oil that's organic, the avocado oil, the coconut oil that's organic, the macadamia nut oil, and the best you can get with that is non-GMO, so I'll take that, and things like that. Or the heavy whipping cream that's organic and no carrageenan in it. And so if you want to feel better from having whole foods, this is the place that you want to be. And so I'm not like the others. And one of my longest YouTube friends emailed me last night, and she said, I have to tell you, you have a channel unlike any other. You stick to what you're doing. You're consistent. You're structured. You're not having those treats. And she said, there's not a lot of them out there. She has, over the years, she's been Weight Watcher, she's been keto, she's been plant-based, she's been Weight Watcher, she's been keto, she's been plant-based, and she does a whole bunch of different things. And now she is leaning towards keto. She gives herself a 50 total gram limit per day, and she says she hovers at around 30. That is excellent. And she still goes to Weight Watchers because her husband's insurance plan pays for it. And so she gets her official weigh-in, and she likes the community there. So she has finally, because it's been over 2 years, I think we've been emailing, she's finally found something that fits her keto desires in the Weight Watcher world. And it's whole foods. It's whole single item foods. What is a single item food? Grass-fed burger, spinach, heavy whipping cream that has just cream in it, a cheese, something like that. Things that have not been altered or they have been altered as little as possible. They have been processed as little as possible. And what's the difference? I don't know. I'm 67. I've been on maintenance for almost 2 years. It works. Cravings, gone. I'm triggered if I get into something Pinteresty, like, any recipe that shows more than it needs to for my head. I coach people. I coach what I eat. I coach for them to eat. Some of them have treats that I don't have. It works for them. It's not in my wheelhouse. I don't think it will ever be in my wheelhouse. It's some of those things that I promised myself when I hit maintenance, and I'm still not having them. I don't do fancy things with those frozen desserts that people do reviews on. I don't try to find the best one and spend $50 on them. I've seen people do that. I'm looking at like 10 cartons of that item, and I'm going, really? And if you're a food addict like me, you're going to take care of those 10 items. Stat! So I just don't do that. So if you're here and you want to take your health into your hands, you want to not be on that plateau, I look at a plateau like your insides are doing something, okay? If the scale's not moving, it's not a plateau. No, your insides are healing, and I say have more electrolytes in your waters, not more waters, just make them more salted for a while and just kind of like push through it. Leave off anything artificial, the artificial sweeteners. I can't believe the people that still cook and use them. And it's like, clearly they're not watching me because they would not be, they'd be doing it, but they'd be doing it sheepishly. So they aren't watching me for my smackdowns, but please, artificial sweeteners artificial ingredients, those little packets, those sodas that have CRAP in them. Turn those bottles, those cans, those jars, that product over and read that label. Do not skip and go lightly with your keto. I'm telling you, you're not going to get the results that other people have. I just haven't seen the success with people. I've seen bored with what they were doing, so they start keto-fying things, so at least they feel that there's some excitement in their life, but the scale's not moving. They're not doing weekly weigh-ins. They're not they're not showing how their body is reacting. They're not talking about pounds lost. They are living in maintenance with many more pounds to go. Okay? That's the best way of describing it. If you are keto-fying and having artificial sweeteners and all of those sort of things, then you are living as if you were in maintenance and you've got your pounds to still lose. So those sort of things in maintenance, that's your business. But if you want to lose weight, don't whine in your video that you're not losing weight while you show a totally artificial ingredient keto-fied recipe. Okay? I mean, it's so obvious to me. I wish I could just shake you with love, because if you want to lose the weight, wholesome, single ingredient items. And yeah, it won't be dessert central, but it will be weight loss central. Okay? So stick with me. I'm on this journey. It works for me. I don't have to do videos every day. I don't. I mean, I do this because I want to help other people that want to get to maintenance with their weight and wellness with their body. Keep tuned. Thanks for watching. This has been Sarah. She is not skipping and going lightly. Ever. Guaranteed. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.